2023 and 2024 were undeniably the most unstable financial years of my adult life so far. I quit the only job that I had ever had up until that point of 7.5 years in search of purpose and identity. To be honest with y'all, bro, I had no clue of what I wanted to do with my life. All I knew is I wanted to provide service and I wanted to provide value to people's lives. I didn't know in what way. I just knew I wanted to do it, and that's what led me into the insurance business. It's like I've always had the desire to help other people, because that's honestly what gives life purpose for me, knowing that I've impacted someone's life in a positive way. If you watched my most recent video about my experience in sales, you would know that it just didn't work out in my favor. At this point, I've now made a conscious decision not to go back into the insurance industry and to pursue alternative fields that I can potentially be an asset in. Shortly after I made the decision to resign from the insurance business, I was introduced into the idea of healthcare. Now, if y'all know me, y'all know I'm an advocate for health and well-being, but not just solely for myself. I care about the well-being of others, bro. I want to be able to say that I've impacted somebody in a positive way. That's why I make these videos. Coming from an athletic background, having a true passion for football, developing a newfound love for fitness, I thought to myself, why not go into sports physical therapy? Because I thought, although I'm not an active player, I can still be a beneficial asset to the sports world. Obviously being behind the scenes, but I just wanted to be a part of it in some shape or form. So I had my mind set on that for a sec. Shortly after I leave my job with insurance, I stop at my brother Jay's house to update him on my life, my future plans, and the things and the thoughts that I've been having about going into sports physical therapy. And when I told him, he's immediately like, why? He basically told me that his mom was a retired physical therapist and that, you know, it's a lot of hard work and they just don't make a lot of money to compensate for the work that they do being physical therapists. So I'm like, dang. So he suggests, since I have an athletic background and a desire to help other people, why not go into sports medicine? Why not become a sports physician? So I think to myself, wow, that's a good idea. I ain't never thought about being a doctor, but hey, I said, you know what? Like, it is a shot, because these are some of the most highest paid people in the world. And that was one of his main reasons to recommend that to me, because he figured if you put your time into something, why not get the best bang for your buck and go all out? If you want to really work hard, why not get compensated for it? Shortly after our initial conversation, I started to do a little bit more research on what it takes to become a sports med physician. Not only did I learn how expensive getting into this certain profession was, but I also learned how stressful it was, and I ultimately learned how long it takes to actually become a medical doctor. Think to myself like, man, if I'm 27 and it takes 10 to 12 years to become a medical doctor, bro, by the time I become an actual doctor, I'll be like 42 years old. I think to myself like, dude, the position that I'm in currently and the way I was brought up, we didn't come up from a rich family. We didn't come up wealthy. I didn't have an inheritance or anything like that. I just figured like, bro, where am I gonna find the time at to be able to do those things? And I got a whole house I gotta take care of. I still gotta make money, bro. And they say this thing is like stressful as all out get. And it's like, man, and it take 12 years. And you gotta think, these are some of the most prime years of your life when you're talking about late 20s and early 30s. Like, this is like when the career actually should start. I mean, it just depends on the career path that you choose for your life. So many questions came to my mind, dude. Shortly after that, I decided that that wasn't gonna be the route that I was gonna take. Maybe not in this lifetime. Later on, I ended up speaking to my big cousin who's an ultrasound tech, and she's been doing it for a while now, and she's very experienced. She gave me some really great sound advice and ultimately recommended that I join a radiology program to become an x-ray tech. She put me on game about what she does as a sonographer, and also just about the different modalities and things and specialties that you can go into. And most importantly, she gave me the rundown on how relatively short these programs are getting into them. And in comparison to actually becoming an MD, I'm thinking to myself, man, you can't beat that with a stick. So after doing more extensive research in the field, learning about what they do, job growth potential in the next 10 years, opportunities for advancement, the salary potential, the job security, I knew that was what I wanted to do. The ultimate goal for me was to be able to find a way that I can be of value to society, and just to be able to provide opportunities that can make a difference. So that's how and why I've decided to make the transition into healthcare, specifically this field. I already had a health science degree, so a lot of the prereqs that I took is going to be transferable. So there's 3 classes that I would have to take and pass in order for me to become eligible to join Rad Tech School. Starting school on the 21st, so I'm extremely excited about that. And best believe, man, I know it's gonna be a long journey, man. I know it's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be a cakewalk. All I can do is just keep God first and just put my best foot forward. And I truly do believe I will be victorious. Anyway, man, that's my story. This year is gonna be extremely epic, bro. And I really just want y'all to just stay tuned, because it's gonna be a journey, man, but it's gonna be lovely, bro. I'm looking forward to make this the best year of my life, and there's no reason that it can't be. The only thing that's stopping me is me. So I'm locked in. Let's go! And I'm out, bro.